The most innovative product on the market, the Samsung Galaxy, the iPhone 5. What's going on, guys? Welcome to part 2 of this recap of the iPhone 5 event. I was just talking about this stuff in my other video. I wanted to get a little bit more into some of the details of what Apple was talking about throughout the event and what I thought about what they were saying. You know, in the beginning they were talking about 4G LTE for the iPhone. I know it's a new technology, but I don't feel it's industry changing if Apple brings this feature to a phone. And then we go back to some of the things they were saying about like the A6 chip. Again, they were talking about technologies that they don't own. So, you know, as far as I'm concerned, when I saw that chip on the screen and I saw the Apple stamp next to it, right away I was like, shit. I was like, that's a Samsung chip. People in the crowd are applauding, and it's not regular people, it's these tech writers, and they're all cheering on Apple. It does make sense now why a lot more people are just not aware of what's going on in the tech world. If you're a 4S user, you're going to be happy with your phone. And if you go to the 5, you're going to notice a stretched out screen. But I don't think it would make you want to just switch phones. And then you also have the thing with the A6 chip and also the 4G. The A6 chip is a cool thing. It's going to make the phone run faster. But then you have the 4G. You're not going to have it in all areas, and you might not even have it with your specific carrier. So you're going to have to make sure that the 4G is actually existent or available. Now, as far as some of the other features, the panoramic shots for the camera, I don't know. That's been around. I know that's been around. Let's just talk about all the features that Apple was like saying that were innovative today that been around. What else was there? There's no more headphones. They don't call them headphones anymore. They call them earpods. I thought it was interesting that they finally released this Apple Maps now that they're going to be showing it on their phone. It's a carbon copy of Google Maps. I can't believe they were even talking about innovating a mapping system, because we've been used to Google Maps forever, and all they did was copy it. I mean, really, they were talking about vector graphics in Apple Maps. There's no two ways about it. The turn-by-turn direction, the way the mapping system works, the 3D view, man. It's crazy. It's really crazy how this company just makes keynotes and just says they're innovating all these ideas, and they're copying other features that other companies have created already. And if the crowd is going to cheer stuff like that, especially the tech crowd, because they're all tech writers over there, at the very least, you guys need to be the ones writing about this stuff, because people need to know the truth. I'm getting to the point where I think people just don't do enough reading, and they're going to read like one website and then they'll figure it out. If it's supposed to be a trusted tech website, then they're just going to take their word and not do the research. If you think it's a game changer, then you just didn't read enough. But besides that, I don't want to get too much into knocking Apple. I've done enough of that. You know, I just want to talk about what they were actually talking about. They were talking about the iPod Touch. I guess they offer them in different colors now, and the crowd was cheering about that. Something that I found interesting was the port that they changed, you know, where the data transfer happens, that they're now calling Thunderbolt and Lightning. They had one main reason for changing that, and that was because their competition out there had a small connector, and it was looking a bit outdated. That's a personal opinion of mine. They can say they did it for many reasons. Just as they stretched out the screen, I felt they did that too. It's not something that I think is industry changing. If you're an Apple fan, you might like the phone. Somebody was on my channel and they're like, hey, I like the iPhone. It's good for me and I like it. I was like, that's great for you. I had no problem with people who like the iPhone. And as far as the event goes, I wasn't surprised. There's a lot of predictable things that they were doing. You guys tell me what you think about this event. Do you think Apple really brought an innovative product to the market? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys later. Cheers.